Hey friends, it's Ash here again. Um, I wanted to do a quick New York update video on what I think's going on in New York right now, because I find that New York is sort of being kept down big time with this mask thing, and everywhere I go, I never wear a mask, right? I only wear it when I have to put it on, and I put on a bandana to go get my food, right? And I noticed that the majority of the people, though, they're walking around just in the street with a mask everywhere. I mean, I'm one of the only people I see that doesn't wear it. And I remember when they started with the mask bullshit. I went traveling cross country a couple months ago in the height of this thing, right? I was all over the place. I went from Nevada all the way across, back and forth. And I noticed that as soon as I got back east, that the mask thing was a big deal. Everywhere you went, you had to have it. And I wasn't wearing a mask anywhere. I was working out in gyms with no mask, at Planet Fitness. The employees had a mask, but I didn't have to wear one to work out. I came back to New York, and now all of a sudden, everyone's wearing the mask everywhere I went, everywhere, just outside. And the problem with a mask, I mean, you could go look this up, is you're breathing your waste product, right? Which is CO2. So if you are walking around for hours a day or you're working with this thing over your mouth, right? Your body is getting not enough oxygen for all that time. So that can lead to your lungs straining, that can lead to your heart straining, that can lead to brain fog and other problems, right? Because you're wearing a dirty, filthy mask, right, over your mouth. And as you keep wearing that mask, bacteria and all kinds of germs are building up inside that mask, right? And you're breathing it in. So not only are you doing that, but you're actually damaging your immune system because you're not being exposed. In other words, New York did it wrong, right? We now know Sweden was correct in how they did it. Herd immunity is the way to go. Let everybody get it at the same time, right? Then it goes through the community at the same time and we get rid of it faster. If you put everybody in their house, right, where you're not exposed to other people and other germs, right? What are you doing to yourself? You're hurting your immune system. Isn't that obvious to everyone? How can it not be? So the CDC and all these people, they gave you the wrong information on purpose. And you can go back on the CDC's website in previous articles that show that a mask does almost nothing to prevent the spread of influenza, right? In other words, even the N95 mask is not 100% safe. And if you're wearing just a bandana or a cloth mask over your face, that gives you zero protection. None. Zero. Period. Because the virus, go look up the size of it, right? In other words, the people wearing those surgical masks out west where the fires are, they were told, don't wear this mask. It's not going to protect you from the smoke particulates, which are way bigger than a virus is. Go look it up. So I'm not sure what we're doing here, right? In other words, the, the leaders of my city and state are telling me to stay inside, and they want me even at this point to wear a mask in my house, which is completely ludicrous. If you're walking around outside in the fresh air and you have a mask on, you must be insane. Unless you're in a high density place, maybe, and you're scared. But what you're doing basically is you're taking your body's immune system and destroying it. So when the flu season does come through, I think a lot of people can get sick because they have no immune system left or it's compromised, especially if they're elderly. You know, what you're doing is you're taking the elderly and those are the people that should stay home, not us. You don't quarantine people that are healthy. You quarantine the sick. So, you know, what are we doing here? I don't know. Excuse my cigarette. So New York is obviously being, we have bad leaders here, right? They got caught with their pants down. They thought they were going to get Hillary come in. They thought they were going to get all the money they stole back. and now they're not. And so you got a guy like de Blasio come out yesterday and he says, hey, we got to push the school opening back again. And we don't have enough teachers. So we're going to go into the pool. He says, oh, we have a big teacher pool. But now he's talking about getting teachers who haven't even got their certificates yet to teach. Now, if he had to open the school normally, right, full opening, he doesn't have enough teachers, period. It's obvious, isn't it? And nobody in the press here, of course, asks any hard questions because they're all protecting him. Same with Cuomo. On March 24th, Cuomo put an order through. You can go look it up, from the health department, pushing the people, mandating that certain old age homes had to take back people. They could not stop them from being put back into the nursing home. That's why Trump sent the ship. Isn't it obvious? Why would he send this ship? And he set up 2 hospitals, right? He never used them, Cuomo. Why didn't he use them? Why didn't he put the old people there? Because he wanted to push them back into the nursing homes and kill as many people as he could. He knowingly did that. That's third-degree murder, as far as I've read. Could be charged with third-degree murder if you knowingly did that. So we'll see where that goes. And they're looking into Cuomo right now. There's investigations on that. So there's a lot of angry people here. So it's like a slow burn. You know, since the press isn't doing its job, it's going to take longer for it to come out. And of course, Cuomo doesn't want to give the records up of what he did. He wants to try to postpone that till after the election. He can't find the records now. That's convenient. So New York is fucked. We got horrible leaders over us for decades, and they ground this place into the dirt, and they stole a lot of our money. That's the real. And if you're a real New Yorker, you know that. You can go walk around right now and go look at the garbage cans around your blocks and see if they're not full of garbage right now. They are. And if they're not, they just got dumped. Wait a couple days. They'll be full again. And so you see the little things start to break down. De Blasio says, well, I got to cut 22,000 jobs. Well, my wife has a program that's got $1 billion in it that we can't find, but don't touch that. Can't touch it. Let's cut the cops first. Right? So that's where New York is. We got bad leaders. It's a slow burn. My guess is I don't think de Blasio is going to finish his term. Not if all the crimes that he's done come out. Same with Cuomo. They should both be removed. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know. Probably not, but we'll see. But we got bad leaders over here. And we got a bunch of people that are so cowed that they will still wear a mask outside, even though evidence is readily available that not only is the survival rate of COVID, I believe 98%, right? The death rate, what is it, 0.012? I mean, it's so low. They got you wearing a mask everywhere. You can't go on a train, on a car. You can't go on the subway without it. You can't go in any store without it. So they got your food connected to it now, right? You have to wear the mask and subjugate yourself to get your food unless you want to get it delivered to your building. So you can't ride a subway. You can't go in a taxi without that fucking thing on. And if you happen to have a breathing issue and you can't wear it, good luck going in the store here. They'll throw your ass right out. You better have that doctor's note. So that's the bullshit they're doing here. And until people start to stand up here, which they're getting close to doing now, only took 6 months, people got no heart. You got to get out there in the street. If I owned a business here, I'd open it up like those guys in Jersey did. And you can keep arresting me, but you're showing yourself who you are. And I'll fight you to the end till my last dollar. That's what I'd do. I'd open my business up. I walk around the street with no mask on. No fear, because I show everybody my independence. I'm not going to be cowed by these people. I'm not going to be subjugated by these people. There's certain laws that are there are certain rights given to us by God that supersede the rights of government. And people need to understand that. So the mask mandate is illegal. You're not allowed to force people to wear a mask to get their food. And that's what's going to be the end game of this. You can't do it. And there's certain states you're seeing who have good governors and good mayors. They're not doing it. Like South Dakota, right? Remember there was a big rally, Sturgis. Oh, it's going to be a super spreader. Where's all the cases? Where's all the cases from all those BLM rallies you allowed? Thousands of people. And then but if you want to go to church, you can't. So you can't pray, right? But if you're BLM or Antifa, you can go and loot my city. That's fine. That's the hypocrisy of these people. That's who they are. And they won't let you pray to your God, though. So that's where we are. And people aren't going to stand for it. Eventually, people will stand up. It's already happening in some states. And hopefully in New York, it's going to happen soon. So I'm praying for all the states. I'm praying for us. I'm praying for us to be free of this mask. I'm praying for us to be free of these people that have subjugated us our whole lives. And, that's what we're fighting for right now. That's where we are in New York. Let's hope that de Blasio gets what's coming to him, justice, and let's hope that Cuomo does too. Because there's a lot of people lost family members, and even now they can't visit them. Only now they're letting them visit their family members, and it's a horrendous crime, and it needs to be justice needs to be served for it. So with that, please pray for us here in New York and the other states. And I wish you well. I hope your ascension's going well if you're ascending, and just keep light in your heart. That's the important thing right now. Don't hate these people. It's hard not to, but don't, because we're going to get rid of them at some point, and we're going to move on in a loving way together. So with that, I wish you love and light and peace. Thank you.